Breaking news with Paul Toole.
Hello and a very warm welcome. The Cal League, the first Crip softball league in Los Angeles, presents its coffee table book of 500 Black Unity pictures by author L.A. Nutt. The Cal League uplifting families, communities and ending the sickness of gang violence that has plagued black communities for over 50 years. The Cal League players, former Crips on 11 teams, backed by their communities, create a safer environment for all LA communities. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
What makes you righteous? You see, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I won't fornicate and I won't commit adultery. I don't smoke dope. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. And I say all my prayers every day. And I give whatever I can in charity. Yes, sir. And what else do you do? But what do you mean, what else? Is there something else? That's nothing. That's vanity. So you don't smoke, so what? So you don't drink. You don't use drugs. So what? What are you doing to better the condition of others? What are you doing to reform where you live? And if you do nothing to reform society with the knowledge you have received, then you are guilty of concealing knowledge. And that is a cardinal sin.
Let's open this thing up, man.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful Master, the day of judgment, we worship and thy name we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose portion is not wrath and who go not astray. Brother Dr. Crip, once again, it is always an honor and a pleasure to converse with you on this day, Juma Friday, for the Juma Friday show.
Juma Friday.
The brothers and sisters out there, I think you salutations and the universal greeting of Muslims all over the world. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. All that, man. You know, it's out here, man. We trying to get it in, man. You know, we trying to get it in. You already know what we doing out here. We trying to change the mindset, man. You know, so I gotta let the people know. Yesterday, I was trying to get here. I was caught in traffic. It was all kind of stuff going on. You know, I didn't get to really do a show last night, but you know, I gotta clean up my act. You know what I'm saying? I gotta clean my act up, man. So I gotta learn how to get here faster, man. You know what I'm saying? So next week we'll be going strong. We ain't worried about it, you know, but today is Juma Friday, so I ain't worried about nothing. I'm blessed. You feel me? It's all good. You know, it is all good. Bro, last time we was talking, we had so many conversations. I don't know if that one was on the radio or off the air. You feel me? I don't know, but I do know that we was talking about a lot of that increase in violence from the older cats, you know, that's out here slipping, that's trying to get back in the game. Like, you know, I'm trying to figure out these dudes that's 35 and 6 and 7 and 8, they literally running the hoods right now. And they from a generation of everything they do is on social media and everything. They don't see nothing wrong with it. And I'm wondering what's gonna happen. You know, what you think about that?
I mean, all I can say is, we really don't pay attention to the negative aspects of the decisions that we make until we suffer the consequences. Like me, for instance, being in jail.
Yeah.
You know, being in prison, you know, that's it took away my freedom. I lost my freedom, and now looking back in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have made those bad choices, because now, like I say, my freedom is very important to me now. I miss my family and my friends and life out there in general. It's just, you know, like I said, we never really paid attention to the negative consequences till we suffer them.
Exactly.
But, that's what it takes sometimes for people to, you know, have that divine intervention. Like maybe lose your life, maybe end up paralyzed or some shit out there trying to hit a lick and get shot, or end up getting paralyzed, paraplegic, or end up losing your life. You know, it's just different ways that can happen. But, you know, shit, everybody has to go through their own experience. But this is, again, you know, we were talking about during the last show about, especially for the Muslim brothers, like this is the Juma Friday show, and I'm trying to just share what I'm studying and the things to the brothers as we go along with these shows. But I want them to be aware, like we were talking about last Juma Friday show, is the pledge and the obligation. So we have an obligation. If you're a Muslim, you have an obligation to not just the Muslim community, uplifting your people. You have an obligation to society as well. It's not just, that's what I told you about dawah. Dawah, ilah, inviting people to Allah, is not just for the Muslim, it's for non-Muslims as well.
Yeah.
But we talking about Bloods and Crip. So I'm saying it to say, if you have some, but you just mentioned about these young cats that's out there running this neighborhood, a lot of those guys have parents and uncles and all kinds of that are Muslims, but are they in their lives so much to where they have some kind of influence on them to deter them from doing the things that they're doing out there? And this is what I'm saying about the obligation, the dawah. This is an ayat in the Quran that I wanted to read to you.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
This is Allah. Every time I call, you know, we bounce ideas off each other, but we always spiritually connected. Not you and I, you know what I mean? We've been friends for a long time, but it seems like we always be in unison when I call. So you know that introduction, that introduction resonated with me. Who was that? Was that Minister Louis Farrakhan?
Yeah, that's the intro.
Oh yeah. So listen to this, right? I never heard that when I called you and did the show with you.
Yeah.
So listen to this. So this is Surah 3, verse 104 in the Holy Quran. It said, "Let there be a group of you. Let there be a group of you who call to good, commanding the right and forbidding the wrong, for those are the successful. This verse explains that commanding the right and forbidding the wrong is a communal rather than a personal obligation. For he says, like, let there be a group of you. The group of you is me and you right now.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Uh-huh.
We have a lot of homies and Bloods and Crips out there. They may be listening right now, but I'm telling you, I feel like this is our obligation, and we are supporting each other in this dawah effort.
Yeah.
Anyway, it says, and so if enough people do it, meaning that whoever a wrong is seen, one of those who see it corrects it. The responsibility is lifted from the rest. Those who perform it being expressly mentioned as the successful ones, like me and you right now.
Yeah.
I believe we're going to be successful with this dawah effort that we created this show by the grace of Allah, and we're trying to reach our Muslim brothers out there who have influence in our communities. The Muslim is the last line of defense. I mean, I'm not going to say, I hate to say it, but we do have a lot of Muslim Bloods and Crips out there.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Reputable homies, and they got money out there, and it's just like, why are y'all not interacting with the young homies in the hoods? So listen to this. Let me read this real quick too before we go on. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Those who keep within Allah's limits and those who transgress them or allow them to be compromised may be compared to a people on a ship. Some who must stay below deck in the hardest and worst place while others get passage above. When those below need water, they pass through those on the upper deck, injuring and annoying them until those below reflect. If we were to just stave a hole in the hull, we could get water at the bottom of the ship without troubling anybody else. Were those above deck to lead those below to themselves, all would be destroyed. While if they were to help them, all would be saved. So the people up on top, if they were to just, this is a metaphorically speaking. So we have these homies who are reputable homies in these hoods, and this is the upper deck. I mean, I know a lot of people who got money from my neighborhood. They don't go to the neighborhood. They don't try to do anything to positively influence the younger homies in the neighborhood. And this should be, like I said, especially for the Muslim, obligation for the Muslim.
Yeah.
That's all, Dr. Crip.
Yeah. Well, that's something that we got to fix, homie. So, and me personally, I believe that these old dudes, you feel me? Because Mitchie Slick said it the best. He like, man, these young dudes, 18 to 26, they don't want nobody in their 30s and 35 and 6. Hey, that's old to them. You feel me? So they be out there wilding by themselves with no control. So it's them dudes that's in that 40 bracket. They the ones who gonna have to put it down. You feel me? To gain control, to say, man, this is what we doing. Because they using these dudes, like, for instance, when they get out of jail and all that other stuff, they giving these dudes these gang intervention jobs, not saying that they not doing nothing, but people accepting the gang intervention jobs like it's just like a hustle. You feel me? Until they can get right and get on their feet and stay out of trouble and do whatever they're going to do and put their little plans together. But actually, it's more than that. You feel me? It's more than that. It's an involvement at another level where, you got to engage with these dudes. You feel me? Where you got to really engage with these dudes. So, like when you get out, you're going to run into some of them young dudes that you seen in there with you. Like, oh, what's up, man? What you got going?
The only way way I run into some of those guys is unless they come somewhere to a location that
I'm saying stuff like that. You
Yeah.
feel me? You're gonna see somebody that you was in jail with, bro. Once you interact with the community. You understand what I'm saying?
I got a story to tell you too. Hey, I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay,
right?
for sure. Yeah. All right. We got some people tapping in too. We got Westside Life, Western Avenue, Queen XC. What it do? One move away. What it do? Hey, Dr. Crip, ending the sickness with you. I agree with you. LA kids are a little different. 8-year-old to 12 years old must attack the mind, then the heart. Great read. Yeah. You got to go after these kids. These kids know what's happening, man. They know what's going on. Oh, he sell weed. Oh, he sell powder and weed and pills. Because people not handling their business properly. When the kids come in the house, the kids is exposed to everything. I never wanted my little cousins and them to see what I was doing. Let me see. Let's get this dude on the line.
Incarcerated individual at California State Prison, Los Angeles County,
back.
Lancaster, California. This call and your telephone number.
Western Ave, Queen XC 100.
You have a prepaid call.
One move away.
For this call. To accept this call, say or
Hey,
dial
Dr. Crip, no more
now.
24. No
Thank
more
you for using
24.
Global Tel Link.
They're talking about a 28. Hey, yeah, go. After you tell your story, we're going to read some of the comments that people called in with.
Hey, no, I wanted to tell you disregard because I'm going to have to exercise my doctor-patient confidentiality. I can't say none of this on that.
You can't say it.
I can't do it.
You can't give it up. You can't give it up.
When you off this stuff, I
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, we got some comments. Westside Life. Hey, Dr. Crip, ending the sickness with you. I agree with you. LA kids are a little different. 8 years old, 12 years old, through 12 years old. You must attack the mind, then the heart. Great read. What you think about that?
That's a beautiful statement, man, for sure.
Sure. Must attack the mind.
That's what.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You gotta attack that.
So,
hey.
How do we attack that? We attack that with that interaction that you're talking about.
Exactly.
You can't, it's crazy how you can't expect a kid to want to go in the right direction if he doesn't have, not to say like you have to hold their hand, but you do have to have some physical connection and support with a child to help them develop. If you let them do it on their own, they're going to do something that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Simple. They're going to be something that you got to.
Yeah, it's not their authentic self.
You got to literally, you have to, when these kids turn 8 and 7 and 8 and all that, man, you got to put the foot down. You feel me? Yeah. To debunk that brain on anything gangster. Because if they think that they gangster, neighborhood, bloods, or anything, that is GAMD, and it can get out of hand very fast. Yeah. You feel me? It will get out of control very fast, and it's nothing that you could do with it,
Yeah. That's why with grid, when we get everything established and we have these different services, one of the most important classes and curriculums that we're going to have is a positive parenting class.
Yeah.
To teach young parents how to parent their children.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what you want. You feel me? How to break the monotony of
reach those ages that you were talking about, them young ages like that, them young adolescent ages.
Oh yeah,
For sure, we gonna need that.
without a doubt, man. We talking. We talking. We talking. Um, you know, um, these kids are out of control, man, and they getting younger and younger with the shenanigans. Um, one move at Western Avenue, Queen XC say 100. One move away. Hey, Dr. Crip, no more than 24. Your big homie, a 28. I call y'all 28. Everybody did more than 20 years. I call him 28. They'll one smoke. Now I know what to do. It says, hey, Dr. Crib, no more than 24. Your big homie, a 28, told you get your ass up and go find out what the other 28 did with a school. LOL, wow. So what they talking about is, for example, somebody in your position that get out that's got gang intervention on the mind, but it's all a hustle. You feel me? They taking it as a hustle. They not really serious with it. You feel me? So he had did some stuff with the school across the street, right? And he was telling us about it, and all of a sudden he just stopped. So the homie didn't know what was going on, so he was like, man, this dude's supposed to be doing something real soon coming up, man. Go find out what it is. So I was like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He went over and talked to them people at that school. I ain't got nothing to do with it. So the next day, he called me about 7:30 in the morning. He said, no, get your ass up and go to that school and find out what this nigga done done. Because he making the hood look bad. You feel me? He trying to extort the school out of some money through an event. Oh my God. So he made me get up and go over there. So I had to go over there, go through all that trauma, mental. Thank God I got common sense. I know how to talk to people and do stuff. So, I worked my way through it. And then the lady right before she thought I was going to try to ask for some money or something, she was like, we don't got no money. Like looking at me like, are y'all niggas really trying to extort the school? And I was like, I said, no. I said, I've been sent over here with $1,000 to let y'all use for whatever y'all want to use for. She said, are you serious? I was like, yeah. She said, oh my God. And then she started breaking down what the other dude did. Just cut once they came up with a price, he thought they was going to give him the money. And the school is like, you coming in here with this idea. That ain't the way this school works. We don't got no money for you to do none of that. What you trying to do is a good thing, but you got to pay for it. So that's what that was about. So, you got to be aware of people who you attach yourself to that you dealing with when they get out of jail. You feel me? Because not everybody wants to work, together. Some people got agendas, and they use the gang for that, So I'm like, man, that's crazy. He told me he said, man, get your ass up and go down here and find out what's going on. Hey, Jihad, this dude did 26 years. Hey, this dude, the homie that told me to get up, go find out what he did, my big homie, he did the 26 years. I didn't want to argue with that dude. I didn't want to argue with him, but he was genuine, him and, three or four other ones that, did all the time. They genuine, it was only one or two of them that was having issues with that. They trying to fill their pockets with that gang intervention money. They want to be the chief and commanders of whatever is going on in the hood, So you got to be aware of people like that when you start doing your mix when you get out here. But I did want to ask you, because you were saying something and I found that very interesting. I was trying to pull up some facts on you because I wanted to know the recidivism rate for Bloods and Crips. I was trying to pull it up. I was going to the DOJ and all type of stuff like that, but I was trying to pull it up on people with non-felonies. You know what I'm saying? To see how they treating this. You know what I'm saying? But I was getting
non-felonies.
Yeah, because um a lot of the felonies get bumped down to misdemeanors. Now, all the crimes that's going on right now is really felonies, but they have reduced them to non-misdemeanors and all that type of stuff. Stuff that you would be going to jail for a long time. You feel me?
Right.
Definitely in your
like property crimes, right?
Property crimes, robberies, thefts, all that type of stuff. You feel me? So I was trying to figure out the recidivism rate about who is going back and how, and are they offering programs, or they trying to rehabilitate, or they just letting them hang themselves? I would think that they letting them hang themselves. That's what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, they are, because from what I be seeing on the news, if they're convicted for more than 2 or something, the penalty.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The penalty is harsher. Like a first-time offender.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's I know one thing, man. It's ridiculous that we have so much of an abundance of that. Our young brothers is out there doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot going on, man. Like you said, some stuff we could speak on, some stuff we can't. You feel me?
Wow.
So we can only focus on the stuff that we can talk about, and one of them.
So look, what you, I don't mean to cut you off, but what you said about that, I have a friend that actually works for the DOJ, and I can try to find out the stats on the recidivism rate.
Yeah.
For, you said specifically Bloods and Crips?
Yeah, sometimes they do it, you know what I'm saying? California gangs, it all depends,
Yeah.
I was trying to get a breakdown because I like research and doing them numbers like that. And I was only going back to maybe about 2019 or something like that, before the pandemic. To see, because before the pandemic, it was all bad. They footballing number people. So when the pandemic happened, they slowed that down with the football numbers. They start cutting people loose because the jails was getting too crowded, and they was having to deal with the COVID stuff. So they didn't really know how to deal with it, So.
Hey, man, I was sitting up here thinking while you was talking, and we trying to help people and all that. Reach brothers who are receptive enough and open enough to want to try to make some positive change in their life. But everybody got their own individual life they gotta live. And, because the reason why I say that is because sometimes when we're trying to reach people, we don't get that rejection, and the naysayers and all that, and those who look at us like we trying to change people. But the thing is, though, like I say about a person living this individual life and experience, that's why when they have these like divine interventions and they get to the point to where it's like the end of the world, they wake up and smell the coffee. That's something that they have to go through. But I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way and none of that. If I can happen to make some kind of connection with somebody, so be it. It was only by the grace of Allah. But for the most part, man, you can see the reaction of somebody, especially if you're talking to somebody on a personal level, if they're receptive to what you're trying to say. And I've been here, I experience it a lot when I may be trying to tell somebody something that's positive or beneficial to, you know, whatever it is, because they might be going through something. But it's like, man, why would you put yourself in a situation like that? You're putting yourself out there and making yourself vulnerable, trying to reach somebody who is unreachable in some cases.
Yeah.
You know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
So if
youngsters that you're talking about, that's what you get.
So if you was dealing with one of the youngsters and he was giving you a headache, you know, how are you going to deal with that? You can answer the question when you call back.
Yeah, but I simply separate myself from it. I wouldn't fuck with him too much. I let him see me and see my example of how I'm being productive and successful in life. And when you see that, so this is the example. This is what we call leading by example. I'm not going to beat nobody ass and kiss your ass and try to make you be a good person. This is a decision that you got to make on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Being you as funkin', I'm not going to be messing with you. That's out. I'm not going to be arguing with nobody.
Yeah. That's the brother Jihad, straight from Lancaster Prison, tapping in on the blood and Crip tip with the Muslims, checking out all the homies that's with Allah, trying to get them a platform to let them call in with they issues and everything. You feel me? That's a good thing right there. We need that in the hood because we got a lot of Christian blood and Crips, and we got a lot of Muslim blood and Crips. And, you know, they both out here strong. But the Muslim homies, when they go hard, they go hard. Let me see. It's kind of hard for me to hit this button.
Prison, Los Angeles County,
Okay.
Lancaster, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello? Yeah. So you say you'll separate yourself from the youngster?
Yeah, it's just like being in a relationship with a woman, right? You don't have to leave and none of that. Just go in the other room and sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we gonna look like that. The organs like at whatever building we get, right? We gonna have kids. It's gonna be going.
You know they're gonna be extra out. Yeah.
They gonna come in there pounding and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna eat your ass. I know you or whatever. So if I know this particular kid or whatever, and you're a little upset and agitated, you know what I mean? Like, what's up, man? You straight? Like, nah, nigga, I ain't trying. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. I go do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like jump in some porn or something and pull off. And no, he could have went if he was on his best behavior, but you know, you got to work that out.
Wow.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna experience. All that. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's for something for sure. You're gonna experience.
They're not gonna get too out. They're not gonna get too out of control on the grid though. Everything.
Yeah.
Location, nice.
Now, when you say grid, let's get this straight. You're not talking about gang youth reduction grid. Gang youth reduction.
No, there's an R first. Gang what? Gang R something.
Oh, yeah, GYRD, gang youth.
No, GRYD.
That's the other one.
I know. So you got
GRYD. I was trying to pronounce it correctly.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored.
Because I didn't want to get the people confused. You have another grid.
What does the R stand for in that particular organization is what I'm trying to figure out.
Gang Youth Reduction. Gang Youth Reduction Department.
That's not grid.
Huh?
That's not grid then, because
yeah, GYRD. Huh?
And it's pronounced Gang Youth Reduction.
Yeah, that's what it stands for. Gang Youth Reduction. I don't know what the D stand for. Huh?
No, I was trying to figure out. So it's my grid is not like that grid, but it's pronounced the same way. I didn't understand that. That's all.
Yeah, your grid is different. GRID.
Right.
What's the definition? The acronym of grid?
It's a Global Rehabilitative Individual Development.
Oh, okay.
So it's helping individuals develop through rehabilitative efforts, helping people rehabilitate themselves through development.
Okay.
A lot of ways you can spin it, but that's what it's all about. Through rehabilitative effort, we can help individuals develop. But the G stands for global because we want it to be on a global scale. We got kids everywhere. So that's how vast I'm thinking, how large, on the scale I'm thinking. I want to try to, spread this concept. I came up with this slogan. I was telling my relative Tom. The slogan for the organization was helping others, a concept to call your own. So we want to help the youth develop and eventually instill in them the concept of helping other people as well.
Okay.
Hands-on training through jobs. But like I say, like we were talking about, dealing with these kids at a young age is what I'm saying. Even with the ages that you were talking about,
okay,
to provide these parenting classes because we got kids that are parents. They don't even know how to be a parent. They bringing
the kids to the hood with all the drama.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah. So but that's what it's all about. And I'm not that grid. That's the grid I am. Global rehabilitative individual development.
Hey, one of my little homies, he told me, he said, "Nut, my daughter is to never come to Jesse Owens Park. I don't care what is going on up here. She is never to step foot in here. She has to go to like Cheviot Hills or something. You know what I'm saying?" He like, I pay for all that. I pay for the gas, everything. I said, you crazy. I said, you ain't bringing her up in here, huh? He like, no. You feel me? I don't want her making no friends or nothing up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's the way you got to be, because
that's sad how we've lost the foundation of these places of congregation. Like today, as you will find it, I use that word, but those places, especially when we were kids, everybody was there. Now they're far and in between. Too many people congregate like that anymore for fear of gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just sad.
Well, they got a nice little thing going on. You just don't know how long it's going to last. They have a ceasefire with the parks right now. So they trying to implement.
Okay.
They're trying to implement the ceasefire at the parks. You feel me? Now, they didn't say the back streets and Halldale and Western and none of that. You feel me? But they said at the parks where the kids is at. Let's try to, attack that. So I'm saying if y'all can sit down and talk about that, then y'all supposed to be able to talk about no more initiation of kids on the games.
Right.
It shouldn't be no more 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Make them 18. Make them wait till they 18, If you want to throw your life away like this, you just got to wait till you're 18. Of recently, one of the shows I did the other day, Mouse, put your seatbelt on for this. The guy was 34 years old, joined the gang, the bounty hunters in Watts. And they had to put on social media and all that other stuff. You feel me? So I basically was saying, like, me, I'm from the bracket up, see, where none of that stuff is cool. None of that stuff was cool with me. You can't do no recording of nothing, no fights, no DPs, no nothing, because someday the feds is going to come back with all that information and use it against you. You feel me? Because that's a federal crime to put somebody on a game. If they didn't know that, you feel me? That's a RICO Act offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't take that type of stuff for the legitimacy that it is. You feel me? Because that's just their nature. You feel me? Yeah. They growing up with that. And I was trying to tell people, look, let me tell you something. When MySpace first came out, MySpace was the murder capital of the internet. You feel me? Now, let me tell you something. Because of MySpace, this is how we knew when homies would kill their own, because you wouldn't.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
This is how you know a homie killed his own homie, because it wouldn't be on MySpace and you wouldn't see the graffiti on the wall. But what you will see on MySpace is rest in peace such and such from that gang. So that's how you know this was an internal job. You feel me? Didn't nobody kill this guy. He got killed by his own hood. You feel me? But because people ran to MySpace and was putting people on, MySpace was just like the go-to for gang violence, I don't know if you was out with MySpace.
Yeah.
You remember MySpace?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. So now
I never really been big on the social media like that.
Oh yeah.
And then plus I've been when I left the streets, we was chirping. Motorola.
He said the chirp phone. The chirp phone was in. Boy, you need to come home.
Blue Motorola 860.
He said the chirp. Western Ave Queen XC say, damn, that was some time ago. The chirp. I remember all of us had the chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Hey, they over there. They over there. They over there. Chirp, 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 chirp. They over there. Go over there. Them chirps were them chirps was the one, boy.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Listen, man. What you was talking about, with these youngsters resonated with me, man. And like I say, man, it's just that's gonna go on. Like you said, somebody just got put on and shit and watch and all. It's inevitable, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like I say, we got our work cut out, but the best thing that we can do is lead by example.
Yes.
That's the best thing we can do, you know what I mean? And, because this is the thing, too, right? Everybody want to be successful. Everybody want to have a bag and all that. Okay. Do you have to get the bag illegally? No, you don't. You can do it legally. So you got to think about it. And, if you're trying to be successful, why would you want to do something that's going to jeopardize your life as well as your freedom? Because there's a strong possibility you might lose the former before you get the latter, which is the success.
Man, listen.
You might go to jail or you might get killed.
Yeah. Like I said before, one of them other shows, right now, the gang intervention prevention people that's currently running the gang prevention, they have several jobs that they have several jobs that they run in construction and other areas, right? And they begging the homies 18 to 25 to come in there and get them jobs. Do you know that there is no 18 to 25 homies coming through there? Only the Mexicans. And these is jobs that's paying starting off at 22 and 23. And once you go to school and learn this, you can graduate to 25 and 26. Man, that's good money, man, right now for you 18, you know? And you getting it legally, you know? Like you said. And they just not falling in the programs. The homies is having times filling them slots, you know? They haven't, because guys is on drugs. They do 2 and 3 drugs. You feel me? Crystal meth, pills, powder, lean. He was talking to me, and I said, "How many drugs you?" I said, "How many drugs you?" I said, "What's happening, homie?" I said, "You been popping today? What you on right now?" And he was like, "Oh, I had this earlier. I had this, but I just popped a pill not too long ago." Dude had about 3 different drugs in his mind. I'm not dealing with this dude. You got 3 different drugs in your system, homie. And like Western Avenue Queen XC said, they rather hit licks. But see, that's what they waiting on. I used to try to, when I was sick, I tried to pump up my homies. Look, man, we're gonna put you in a drug spot, this and that. Them dudes was like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, how much money you got right now? Oh, I ain't $60. I was like,
you have 60 seconds.
You happy with that? Like, man, I'm waiting on the lick. I'm waiting on the lick. That's what he said. I'm waiting on the lick. You feel me? We going out tonight to hit a lick. You feel me? And go out and get in trouble. Now you got to go to the county with that $60 in your pocket. You feel me? That's all you got.
And you're gonna be sick because you're gonna be going through withdrawals because you don't have them drugs no more.
No, because you don't have them drugs no more. You feel me? You do not have them drugs. I guess when you call back, brother, you can wrap it up, you know, with your service and say your last shots out and do whatever you need to do. You know, you right on time, brother.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let me call you right back.
All right. This is Dr. Crip with Brother Jahad calling in from Lancaster Prison. And he got that good Juma gang for the homies out here that's Bloods and Crips Muslims. You know, you might not know it, but once you get in the car with the homie and you see how he move, you know, Anthony, I don't know how to say Anthony Vigil. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Anthony Vigil. Is that right? Is that good? Anthony Vigil? Was it worth it being a Crip? Has being a Crip changed in 2024 compared to 89? Man, that's a good question. It hasn't. Anthony, look, it got worse. Actually, it's worse. These dudes have involved. They have involved the Blood and Crip stuff into something that they morphed it into something that is, I mean, really unholy. You know what I'm saying? You know, far as the not willing to do whatever it takes. You know, everybody got excuses to do stuff. You know, they, you know, man, it was a situation. You picked the homie up, you asked him to go to the mall with you. You're gonna come get him, and y'all going down Slauson, sheriffs get behind you. They find a burner in the car. You do the thing. You keep quiet. You keep quiet. He keep quiet. He said the burner ain't mine. You know, he shut up. He do what he's supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do. So who you think they gonna put this burner on? It's yours. It's your car. You the one who was driving. So this dude, he went out his way to try to make an issue for the homie because he was a little older, telling him he should have took the case and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, that sounds stupid to me. I'm not taking no case for you, homie. I'm not saying nothing, and I ain't taking no case. Brother Jihad, what it do?
Not much more than before.
Yes, sir. You trying to wrap this thing up? What you got for me? What you got? I know you got a little bit more wisdom for me. Get something out, man, before you wrap it up.
Man, you know, man, I can't tell you enough how, you know, when I think about the way that I grew up and how we're talking about the way that we raise our children, and I can honestly say that when I was a kid, you would have thought that I had the ability to make my own decisions, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Because even when I was a teenager, the childhood trauma that I experienced played a major part in my decision-making process. So that's why it's so important that we have other people to, you know, like I say, you don't have to literally hold somebody's hand, but you do have to play a physical part in the development of our kids, even as teenagers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mentioned earlier that, you know, there are going to be a lot of people that reject, you know, what we're trying to do if we're trying to talk to some young cat on an individual basis. But there are going to be a lot of people who are receptive to it.
Yes.
So I'm saying that to say we still have the work to do.
Yeah.
And it still should be an obligation for the Muslim brothers out there, y'all out there, man. When you got some young homies that's doing something wrong, the behavior, you can see it. It's up to you to help them correct the behavior.
Yeah.
If not, you're just as much a part of the problem as they are.
Ooh-wee.
You're not trying to help correct the behavior.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. By the token of time, verily, man is at a loss except those who do good deeds, exhort each other to truth, and exhort each other to patience. I want to give a big shout out to the big homie H Bone from 1180 East Coast. He just got out not too long ago.
Say that one more time.
About the homie H Bone from 1180 East Coast.
The homie H Bone from 1180 East Coast. Okay.
Yeah, that's the big homie. Just left him up here not too long ago.
Okay.
Shout out to him, send my love.
Yes, sir.
To the Muslim brothers and sisters out there, man, y'all continue y'all individual dawah effort up there. Remember,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Acknowledge it as an obligation and do as much as you can to reach them brothers who are out there living the disease of gang banging, man.
Exactly.
You know, they need our help. So with that being said, Dr. Crip, man, as usual, man, it was always an honor and a pleasure.
It's always good, homie.
I appreciate your support.
Juma Friday, homie. Juma Friday.
Yes, sir. The Lord say the same. I speak next Juma Friday for Juma Friday show. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, that was Brother Jihad calling in from the P in Lancaster, tapping in. You feel me? Waiting to get out so he can touch down. He got his book wrote. You feel me? He got his program. He trying to get it in. They reached out to me, him and some more people, and they said, "Man, we want you on the team, homie. We got buildings, we got everything. We got the the situation you need. I said, you know what? I said, man, let me check you out because I'm not dealing with too many people no more on certain things. So, I got to go for self now. But if the program is something beneficial, then yes, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all involved. You feel me? I'm all in. It's not a problem with me. But I did want to talk about what is that? Let me see. Uh, One move away. Hey, Dr. Crip, Mo at 24. Your big homie at 28, LOL, told you to get your ass up and go find out what the other 28 did with a school. Hey, look, that's some serious. The reason why that's so serious is because these dudes out here are really pressing schools, churches, organizations, everything for the gang intervention money, and they don't have no brakes on it. It's like all go. I'm the man over here, this and that, woo woo woo, whatever. So I'm like, man, listen, hold up, this can't be true. And lo and behold, man, was pressing the school for money, man. And I was like, man, I don't get down like that, homie. That's not my thing, And I'm cool on that. I can't really get down with nobody that's out here pressing the community for money because I don't need money like that. I'm straight. I'm good. I don't everything that I did with the hood, I made the hood come together to do it. So I involved everybody, and for some reason, people just didn't understand that. I Cost Green, top of the evening, Dr. Crip, Rip Face, Young Face, Young Face, Rip. They're gonna be at his. Because the 90s got real smokers over there. They put their little blue rags on. He was you're gonna see a bunch of them old 60-something teeth missing blue rags in your face, kid. We went to it's another day, you know what I'm saying? Another day for some OGs to come out and Crip walk all at the funeral and all this other type of stuff, man. Young Face, rest in peace. I'm pretty sure he gonna have a nice service too, man, because everybody love Face. There's a couple of people been calling my phone like, man, let me know when the service is. Like, oh, okay, for sure. They want to go pay their respects. So it's all good. But that was a trip that I had to go down there and take care of that with that school, and that lady thought that I was really coming. She seen a tats on my face. She really was like, damn, nigga, you really coming too to press us about some money? Hey, TKPW1, hey, Nut and Marcus, this is Shiny. We just got off the phone about an hour ago. Sending love. Let me tell you something, Shiny. You going to vote for Camilla. No. She said, I ain't going. You gonna vote for your homegirl, huh? Yes, you is. Yes, you is. You going to vote for your home. That's what everybody do. I'm going to vote for the homegirl, Camila. She on and popping. It's time. It's time. That's it. The same way. Yeah, she on and popping. They ain't looking at she was locking homies up, wouldn't let them out the death row. None of that, man. Like, damn. She cold with it. She cold with it. I'm not saying vote for Donald, and I ain't saying vote for Camila, but I'm not voting for neither one of them. Kanye need to run again, because that's who I voted for the last time. I voted for Kanye. I went in there and struck. I went in there and popped Kanye in there. You feel me? That's real business. I need somebody else, man. I can't be dealing with these people. You know, that's real business, man. So I don't know who people gonna go vote for, but me, I'm just saying, if black people just one day said, "Listen, give us our vote back. We ain't voting for nobody," you know, they don't want to listen to that type of stuff, you know. But you do supposed to vote. This is what I will tell you to do: go vote in your state and local elections. Very important. Forget the president. You can't win with either one. Go vote on the city zoning, taxes on houses, you know, the homeless issues, all that, man. You know, go find out about that, you know, and then you could vote, get in the vote for that. But yeah, once again, man, this is Dr. Crip. This was Juma Friday. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank everybody for coming through. Shawnee, ATKPW1, Western Avenue, Queen XC, I Cost Green, Anthony Vigil. Did I say that right? Dub One Spoke 90, One Move Away, West Side Life, man. We will be back again tomorrow. Hopefully on time. We out.